So, what does friendship look like after you find out that your friends of many years, right? Like friends that you actually knew literally from childhood, were using witchcraft against you. Yeah, it is definitely not easy. I'm not gonna lie. And it's not something that I can say that I have mastered yet. It's something that is very nuanced for me. It's very deep. It's so layered. And I'll give you a couple of reasons as to why this is such a layered thing for me, right? The first thing is, like upon finding out that my friends were using witchcraft against me, obviously it just sort of shakes your foundations because for me, these are people that I thought were my best friends. It really just shook my foundations because it caused me just to sort of think like, was everything a lie? Like, I mean, we've been friends for over 10 years, actually over 15 years. So at which point at the start, like what inspired this? Was it a jealousy thing? Was it just like what was the reason? And there's also a level of just kind of feeling like um just kind of feeling robbed, like, because you feel like you were really genuinely giving yourself to this friendship. You were genuinely loving this person. Guys, I used to pray for my friends. I used to actually pray for my friends. I just used to love my friends, and I used to really just be thankful for them. So finding out something like this is actually just it's very difficult. I'm not gonna lie. And even the healing process of it is very difficult. And for me, the first thing that happened is that when the Holy Spirit revealed to me that my friends were, using witchcraft against me, it was very clear at that point, but there was still a level of denial. And after denial, there was a shock factor that lasted for many months. Like I would literally find myself working on something, and then next thing I'm like, this girl really did that. This girl really did that. And yeah, so it's like it was like a continuous shock factor for me. And just thinking to myself, oh, that's why she was asking me to send her money so much. She was using rituals, she was using my money for rituals. Or that's why, she would randomly call me when something bad happened, or just before I got breakthrough. So now connecting all the dots and just realizing that you were actually robbed of a friendship is a very painful experience, because I genuinely loved the people who I thought were my friends. And I think I also just want to say that it's something that I have now submitted to the Holy Spirit. So I've said, Lord, look, I now know what happened, and I'm very hurt. And I'm also thinking, Lord, why didn't you tell me sooner? Like, why didn't I know about this sooner? So there's so many different dynamics. And another dynamic also is because you see, friendship circles can be very intertwined, right? So there's some friends that I had in common with those friends. And the Holy Spirit revealed to me that these other friends, they actually knew nothing about what the other friends were doing. So now having common friends who I'm still friends with, it's a very difficult space to navigate, because it's like, okay, do I tell these people, why I'm no longer friends with the other ones? Like, how's it going to affect their relationship with those people? So, and then also just thinking like, I don't want to be the cause of their friendships breaking up, but at the same time, I have to live in my own truth. So it also just affects like the common friends that we had, or like the friends that we had in between. And I think something that's very important is I had to realize that with childhood friends, right, or with friends that you grow up with, you become so used to them just being part of your life that you don't even think to submit them to God for vetting. Because I submit my relationships to the Holy Spirit. I always say, Lord, is this person right for me? Can I stay here? Is it safe for me? But with friendships, because my friendships were like from long ago, I didn't think to still vet my friendships. I just thought they were automatically approved by God. So now I'm learning that even at my big old age, all relationships that I actually enter into, friendships, whatever else, business relationships, I actually have to submit them to the Holy Spirit to say, Lord, is this a friendship that actually aligns with my purpose and your will for my life? But yeah, I will not lie. This is something that I'm definitely still healing from, and just trying to navigate through. And yeah, just just like the shock, like your baton, like I think for me the biggest thing is, it's just like why, because like when I think about those girls, like many of us grew up under the like same neighborhoods, so our families, what can I say, our families' net worth was very similar, like we went to the same schools, like we had access to the same things. So I'm just like what was it, like what made you think that you would want to steal from my star and my destiny when you have your own? Why would you find the need to actually go and steal from me when I am just loving you? So yeah, it's a very difficult space to navigate. And I think also accountability. The Holy Spirit also taught me that I just was not opening my eyes, like even just at face value. Um, Obviously, like there's some things that I could see were red flags, but I just didn't like take them to heart. And I think also I just condoned a lot of their behavior. Like I would just think, oh no, they do this because of that. But there were just always like stark differences between us. And I just thought it was like a character thing, and I really didn't understand that it was also part of my responsibility to vet the kinds of people that I actually spend time with. So I can't actually blame God. I also made choices that warranted me being in the space of those people. So yeah, it's not easy, but it's definitely a journey where God has been healing me. After finding out, after the shock factor, I began to accept it, and I also began to pray for God to heal me, and I also began to pray for God to help me to not now be afraid of friendships, because now I'm just like, stay away from me. Like if someone wants to like make new friends with me, I'm just like, I'm not sure. So yeah, I'm also praying just for God to heal me with that. Like I need to be able to still enjoy connections that the Holy Spirit leads me into, and I don't want to rob myself of that. And I also still want to be there for the friends that I still have, because this also affected my current friendships, because I also just started being scared, like how do I know if I can trust this friend or that friend? And it really severed a lot of the relationships and friendships that I have. So now I'm also just praying for God just to restore the friendships with the people that I do love, that the friends that I do still have and that I do still love. So yeah, a lot of healing, a lot of direction from the Holy Spirit as well.